श्रीमान् वेङ्कटनाथार्यः कवितार्किककेसरी वेदान्ताचार्यवर्यो मे सन्निधत्ताम् सदा हृदि रामानुजदया पात्रम् ज्ञानवैराग्यभूषणम् श्रीमद्वेङ्कटनाथार्यम् वन्दे वेदान्तदेशिकम् ஷீரொன்று தூப்புல் திருவேங்கடமுடையான் பாரொன்றச் சொன்ன பழமொழியுள் ஊரொன்று தானே அமையாதோ தாரணியில் வாழ்வார்க்கு வானேரப் போமளவும் வாழ்வு.
श्रीमान वेंकटनाथार्य कवितार्किक केसरी वेदांताचार्यवर्यो मे सन्निधत्तां सदा हृदि रामानुजदया पात्रं ज्ञानवैराग्यभूषणं श्रीमद्वेङ्कटनाथार्यं वन्दे वेदान्तदेशिकम् இருண்ணு தூப்புள் திருவேங்கடமுடையான் பாருண்ணு சொன்ன பழமொழியுள் ஓரொன்று தானே அமையாதோ தாரணியில் வாழ்வார்க்கு வானேர போமளவும் வாழ்வு.
So we saw in the earlier page that Sugriva's mind is changed. The letter 2 denotes the change of mind. Therefore, so he was confused. He was angry with Vibhishana. Sugriva was angry with Vibhishana, and now he has changed it totally, and he has become a friend to Vibhishana and also a slave to Vibhishana. And both of them come and surrender to the feet of Lord Rama. And Sugriva saying that both of us will be doing service to you. So he has a company now. And Vibhishana has to be depended upon to win over Ravana also. That's also another understanding that Sugriva might have got. Sorry. Lord Rama also seeks help from others. Though he can do anything at single-handed, he wants some help to achieve his incarnation purpose. And therefore, so that's also beauty. That's also what we call team leadership. Team leadership. So, irundabadiye sollugirathu Sugrivaha Plavageshwaraha. So, Sugriva is lord of monkeys. Plavaga Ishwaraha. He has a sway over all monkeys. If you count the number of monkeys in Ramayana, no mathematics number can be limited. I tried to calculate, but I got bored, rather I got dejected by calculating the number of monkeys. 33 crores of gods incarnated as monkeys in what we call trillions and whatever, say infinity. Therefore, you understand that Sugriva is the lord of all those monkeys, infinite number of monkeys. So Sharanagatan Pakkal, so that is in the context of Vibhishana. Apachara ruchi tavirnda pinbandro, ivarukku perum permayum nendu. Now, there are two meanings of this sentence. Of course, Lord Rama is always sympathetic, whereas Sugriva changed his mind. Then Sugriva, in his personal life, did wrong things. That means apachara ruchi. He had the tenacity to do wrong activities. And after surrendering to Lord Rama, and when he was saved from his elder brother Vali, when he was given the chance to give the opinion on Vibhishana, again he started having wrong opinions. That is, he could not make right decisions. And therefore, we can say he erred. So in the acceptance of Vibhishana, he erred. He made mistakes. So apachara ruchi. So he had interest in doing harm to the protector or to the surrenderer too. So he did not want to agree with Rama. That is one thing. Another point is he opposed Vibhishana's acceptance. Then when he left out this attitude, when he was released from this attitude, apachara ruchi tavirnda pinbanro. This is the duty of the protector, namely Rama, to make us also lose interest in doing wrong activities. That is very important. Lord is trying, he is trying and trying. And he made acharyas to be born in this world. He made alvars be born in this world as his Bhagavad Amshas, and then tried to correct us. But we are incorrigible. We are not yet corrected. So many individual souls are not yet corrected. There are, of course, fortunate souls who are corrected and they have gone to Vaikuntham. They have become released souls. But whereas our interest in doing wrong activities has not come to a stop. So, apachara ivarukku perum permayum nindu. Now, you can take this word ivarukku, since Rama could stop Sugriva from making a wrong decision, and therefore Rama became famous. Since he made Sugriva, Angada and others to understand his attitude and convinced, he could convince them, and therefore Perum Permayum Nindadu. He got name and fame. Rama got name and fame. Because if at all Sugriva and Angada or others disobeyed Rama and went out of his control, then Rama would not have become famous. Rama became famous by the Abhaya Pradana only because he could make them come around, make Sugriva, Angada and others to come around. And therefore, number two, so Sugriva also got fame, name and fame. So, though initially opposed the acceptance of Vibhishana, as he now understood Rama and followed his policy, then Sugriva also became famous. Sugriva also had good name. Kakustham. The bracketed word tells you that more importantly, God has done it successfully. Not as God, but as a human being. But as an ordinary human being, he made them believe him. And that is because of the greatness of the race. He was born, Rama was born. Rama, we say incarnated. Rama was born also. Though we call him Ajaha, unborn. He has no birth, natural birth like us. But of course, he was in the womb of Kausalya for 12 months. What we call Gajagarbha, the fetus of an elephant cub. So he came out of his mother's belly, stomach, as though in any normal human being would do. And therefore, we can say he was born. But of course, we don't agree, take it as very seriously and say he was born, but he was, he incarnated. Therefore, as a human being, number one, and as a king belonging to a great race, namely Kakustha, race of Kakustha, so he became Kakustha, and he he could win over all the monkeys and all others who opposed him. So Paravasthail, Paravastha meaning extreme condition or the highest condition. Avastha in Tamil becomes pain. Avasthai padugaran. He suffers. Adilla. Sanskritla avastha condition. It may be good or bad, but generally avastha means good condition. Paravasthail, that is the best condition, that is the highest condition, namely even as a Lord in Vaikuntha. Paramapada Natha, that is what you call Paravastha. Paravasudevaha, as we see in Srirangam, in the Vimanam. And again, that means he is in Paramapadam. So that means in the condition when he is in the Paramapadam, of course, while incarnating, Lord is everywhere. Lord is everywhere. He is in all the 5 forms. Para, Vyuha, Vibhava, Antaryami and Archa. He can be anywhere at any time. He can be in 2 places or many places also. So, Thetamai Pirandu Padaitha Nirmai Irundabadi. So, Thetamai Pirandu. Thetamai Pirandu means he was born in a noble family. He was born in a noble family. Thetamai Pirandu. That means he chose Dasharatha as his father. Pitaram Rochayamasa Dasharatham Rupam. Lord himself, Valmiki Bhagavan said that Rama chose Dasharatha as his father. So that was the greatness of the race of Kakustha. So Kakustha, so again, so Thetamai Pirandu, so he was born in a noble family. Padaitha, because all the kings of the solar race were having the quality where they possessed the quality, namely Shaushilyam, Nirmai Irundabadi. So they also had Saulabhyam, easy accessibility, and Shaushilyam. These 2 are greatest qualities, very important, prominent, unique qualities of the Lord. Of course, there are numberless auspicious qualities, and therefore, still, these 2 are considered special qualities of Lord Sriman Narayana. And these are not present in full capacity in other gods.
பரமபதத்துல இருக்கிற டேட் யாரு? பரமபதத்துல இருக்கு அங்க ஹோமம் வச்சிருக்கிறது யாரு?
அங்க இருக்கிற
பெருமாள் யாரு?
அதேதான் பேரே வாசுதேவன் தான், பரவாசுதேவன் தான்.
இல்ல, ஸ்ரீமன் நாராயணனே பரவாசுதேவன் தான் அங்க.
ஆமா. இன்னொரு வேடிக்கை என்னன்னா, நீங்க கேட்ட கேள்விக்கு இன்னொரு நல்ல பதில் இருக்கு. அதாவது ஏன் வாசுதேவன் சொல்றோம்? வசுதேவனுடைய பிள்ளை, வசுதேவ சன் அப்படின்னு ஏன் சொல்றோம் வாசுதேவன்? ஏன் மத்ததெல்லாம் சொல்லக்கூடாதான்னு? தாசரதின்னு சொல்லக்கூடாதா? தசரதனுடைய பிள்ளைன்னு சொல்லக்கூடாதா? நரசிம்மன் சொல்லக்கூடாதா? அதுக்கான தூண் தான் அம்மா. மகாசுர கிரகஸ்தூனா பிதாமகி அபூத்துன்னு
தூண் பாட்டி.
தூண் வந்து பிரம்மாவுக்கு பாட்டி.
பிரம்மாவோட பாட்டி.
அதனால ஸ்ரீமன் நாராயணனுக்கு அம்மா. அத வந்து அவர் சம்ஸ்கிருதத்துல ஸ்ரீலிங்கமா ஆக்கிட்டார். He made pillar as feminine gender word in Sanskrit. அதனால இல்லாட்டா அப்பா, பட் அப்பா வயத்துல பிறக்க முடியாது, அதனால அம்மா வயத்துல பிறக்கும். அதனால when he came out of the pillar became the grandmother of Brahma, Lord Creator, and mother of Sriman Narayana. So இதுல இப்போ இந்த பேர்லாம் வச்சு கூடாதோ, ஃபிஷ், மத்ஸ்யா, கூர்மஹா, வராஹா அப்படி எல்லாம் வச்சு கூடாது. இதுல பரமபதத்துல வராக, இப்போ இது சொல்றோம், இப்ப இதுல திருவிட வெந்தை, மெட்ராஸ்ல, சென்னையில திருவிட வெந்தைங்கிற திவ்ய கஷேத்திரம் இருக்கு. அங்க அந்த பெருமாள் இஸ் கால்ட் நித்திய கல்யாண பெருமாள், அண்ட் ஆல்சோ பூவராக பெருமாள். So why don't you call Paramavadanathan as Bhuvaraha? So he is all in one. He is all in one. But Vasudeva also, unlike Dasharatha, we have not heard Dasharatha doing penance for begetting Rama as his son. But Vasudeva did it. Not only Vasudeva, and his wife Devaki also. As a couple, for 3 births, Vasudeva wanted Srimanarayana to be born as their son. And another point is, Vasu means wealth. Don't take Vasudeva as Vasudeva's son. It is not only Vasudeva's son, but also Vasu means wealth. Devaha, God. So Lord is bossing over the wealth. That is, the entire wealth belongs to him. All the world's wealth, created wealth, and Sri Vaikuntham wealth. That's why we call it Vibhuti. Vibhuti doesn't mean, as all we understand in local language, the ash, the ash of the cow dung, which the Shiva devotees wear on their forehead. That is not Vibhuti. Vibhuti means prosperity. Bhuti itself means prosperity. Vibhuti means great prosperity. So Vibhuti is, Nitya Vibhuti is the great wealth of Sri Vaikuntham. And Leela Vibhuti, all the created worlds called Leela Vibhuti. Again, prosperity, the maximum prosperity of the created worlds. So he is Lord of wealth. You can say Kubera's Lord. Kubera is the Lord of wealth. But Kuberasya Kuberaha is, generally we call Shiva as Kalasya Kalaha. Because he could control the time, that is what we call the god of death, in saving Markandeya as a boy, of a 16-year-old boy. So Shiva was called Kalasya Kalaha. Yama to Yama. God of death to God of death. In the same way, Sriman Narayana is called Deva Kuberasya Kubera. That's the meaning of Vasudeva. But Vasudeva. Vasoho idam Vasu. That's why Vasu, it becomes Vasu. Vasu becomes Vasu. So Vasudeva is Lord of wealth. Lord of entire wealth, including Mahalakshmi. So more than Mahalakshmi and Kubera, he is the god of wealth, to rather excelling these two. Mahalakshmi is the goddess of wealth. Kubera is god of wealth. And Vasudeva is above them. So in that way, so we can understand. That's why Paramavadanatha, of course, it is we always see in the sitting posture. Amartha Tirukolathila Papam, Paramavadanatha. And you can see the Sannidhi in especially Srirangam, near Andal Sannidhi, Goda Sannidhi, Paramavadanatha. And you have also Vasudeva Sannidhi just near the, what we call Aindukuri Moonu Vasal. Near that you have Vasudeva Sannidhi. Now, this is only for just Tirthavari Vasudeva. Okay. Okay, so Vasudeva is the name of Sri Vaikuntha Rupa, Pararupa, now near Chandragupta, because he is just a little, maybe the door is open behind also. So Tettamai Perandu, having been born in the good race, Padaitha Nirmai Irundabadi, so he had a Saushiliam, natural to the king's race. And then, so Sauhardena Abhichoditaha. Now, Sugriva has been induced by the friendship. So Sauhardena Abhichoditaha. totally induced. So there's no going back. There's no let up. So Sauhardena Apijoditaha Ipidi Nirudhararana Maharaja. Niruttararana Maharaja. Sorry. Niruttarar. Niruttarar meaning he has no reply now against Rama. So he has no appeal to Rama, no objection to Rama. Therefore, Niruttararana. Now he has no argument against Rama, or no argument with Rama to not to accept Vibhishan. So Maharaja, Perumaludaya Vadal. So he has seen eye to eye with Lord Rama. Sugriva saw eye to eye with Lord Rama. Maharaja, the great king, namely Sugriva, Perumaludaya Vadal. So as you see in the Charma Sloka, Tavasmi ticha yachate. So these two words, Tava Asmi. Tava Asmi has been understood by Sugriva, and he has become a person belonging to the family of Sriman Narayana. That is Sri Ram. So Tammudaya Vadal. Now between these two, namely Lord Rama and Sugriva, Perumaludaya Vadal, Tammudaya Vadal, Sauhardam Peshi Vaikka Peshivirar. Now, Sugriva also expects that Vibhishana should be made to understand that the true friendship between Sugriva and Rama. So the affection between Rama and Sugriva must be communicated to Vibhishana. That's why now this is how Sugriva praises Rama. Kimatra chitram dharmagnya lokanatha sukhavaha yatvetvam aryam prabhashetaha sattvavan sattvates chitaha. So 36th verse of 18th canto. Now this seems to me a little artificial. Having failed in his mission to stop Vibhishana from surrendering to Rama, after accepting him, so he praises Rama to the sky. Kim atra chitram. What is here to wonder? Last word. Idil enna acharyam irukkirathu. This is to, of course, repeatedly convince his followers, monkeys. So Kimatra chitram. Then he addresses Rama like this. 3 words. Dharmagnya. Now, Valmiki Bhagavan asked Narada whether there is a person now in his times to possess all the 16 qualities. First word he utters is Dharmagya. Dharmajnascha Kritajnascha. Satyavakyo Dridamvrataha. He lists 16 qualities. Valmiki lists 16 qualities. Then Valmiki makes us understand that in Abhaya Pradana, namely in the surrender of Vibhishana, we must understand from a monkey's mouth. Monkey's mouth. I am not belittling the greatness of a monkey, but it's an animal. It's a creature. It cannot behave like a human being. With a lot of thinking. And therefore, from the mouth of a monkey, certificate is given to Lord Rama. Dharmagnya. Hey Dharmagnya, O man knowing all righteousness, charity, polity, politics, then just administration, justice, duty. So all these are all what you call encompassing meaning of the single word dharma. So dharmagnya, oh knower of dharma, Lokanatha, the leader of the world, Sukhavaha, always give the pleasure to others, according to the name. Ramayate iti Rama. Sukhavaha, you are happy and you make others also happy. So you are a pleasure incarnate. So you are the embodiment, the personification of happiness. Sukha avaha. So yat tvam arya aryam prabhashetaha. Now he praises Vibhishana also. So yat which tvam you aryam, the respected man. Who is that respected man? The Vibhishana here. Respected rather demon. So Vibhishana Alvan. So Aryam. So respectable Alvan Vibhishana. So Prabhashetaha. So you have talked to him. You have talked to him. Sattvavan. No, this is a common statement. Sattvavan Satpatestitaha is a common statement. A man of spiritual strength will always be in the good path. So Sattvavan is a word you find in Vishnu Sahasranama. Sattvavan Sattvika Satya Parakramaha. So Sattvavan meaning Sattvam is internal spiritual strength is called Sattvam. Sattvam we saw as one of the three qualities, goodness, the word meaning goodness. It cannot be translated into any other word, possibly. So Sattvavan, so he is full of good quality. Now I mean internal spiritual strength is called Sattvam. So Sattvavan, so a man of spiritual strength, internal spiritual strength. Satpate Stitaha stands in a good path. Satpate, Sat good path, Pate. Stitaha, who stays put. He says stays put in good path. Now this is what we call a particular alankara, what we call embellishment in Sanskrit. Figure of speech, a figure of speech. This is what we call Vetru Porul Vaipani in Tamil, Arthantaranyasa in Sanskrit. There is no equivalent in English. So as you read the verse, you will have what the title of the alankara says, you will get another meaning. But the definition is little different. Namely, a common statement, a general statement will be supported by a special statement and vice versa. Namely, the special statement will be supported by or substantiated by the general statement. Meaning, there will be a general statement, proverbial statement, proverb-like statement, and that will be supported by a special occasion, a special incident concerning some people, particular people. Now, this is about Rama. Rama is in the special statement. So he is called Dharmajna. He is called Sukhavaha. And he is, because his friend, he can also be called Arya, a respectable man. A respectable man will stand in good path. So Sattvavan Satpate Sthita. Sattvavan Satpate Sthita is a general statement. This general statement supports the special statement that Rama is a Dharmajnaha, Rama is a Lokanathaha, Rama is a Sukhavaha, Rama is an Aryaha. Now the special statement is also supporting the general statement. So deciding on by the scale of Rama. So you keep Rama as a standard and make a general statement. That is, generalize the quality of Rama. Make it a common proverb. Since Rama is a Dharmajna, since Rama being Lokanatha is Sukhavaha and Arya, he is a good man will stand in good stead in the good path. So this is the beauty in this verse. So far, generally out of 24,000 verses of Srimad Ramayana by Valmiki, only a few contain beauties. That is figures of speech. Some of them, of course, have got what we call double meaning and so on. There is humor, sentiments in the humor, and many other sentiments also. The whole Ramayana runs with what we call a sentiment of pathos, karuna. We get sympathy over every character almost. And, even on Rama, we are pitiful, and Sita, and so on, the hero and the heroine. For here, I will read the in Tamil translation. Rama, Neer Dharmate Arindavar, Ulahangalai Rakshipavar. When I say leader of the world, that means he protects all the worlds. Sukatte Kudupavar, Sukavaha, Parakramashaaliyum, Sanmargatil Nadapurumana Neer, Sattvavan. The word Sattvavan is given as Parakramashali. When I say inner spiritual strength, in the case of Rama, he has got physical strength also. So we differentiate by these two words, Shakti and Balam. Shakti and Balam. These two words denote inner and outer strength. That is physical and mental strength, power. So Parakramashaaliyam, Rama could conquer anyone. So Sanmargatil Nadapavarumana. Sattvavan, Satpateshchitaha Sanmargam. Neer, Ippadi Perundanmayaha Peshinal. So Aryam, even, you must add the word Eva here, like Ippadi Perundanmayaha Peshinal, meaning you are talking very decently, gently. You are talking like an educated man. You are talking like a broad-minded man. So Aryam. So Ippadi Perundanmayaha Peshinal, Prabhashetaha, then idil enna acharyam irukku. Where is the wonder? So this is again தமிழ்ல சொன்னா சுக்ரீவன் இப்போ வழியறான், அவ்வளவுதான். சுக்ரீவனுக்கு வேற வழி இல்லை, அதனால சொல்றத கேட்கணும். சொல்றத புரிஞ்சுட்டான்னு தெரியுது. இட் சீம்ஸ் he has understood. அதனால இப்போ வந்து he is praising Lord Ram. Normally one should hang the head low by shame, but Sugriva, as a monkey, doesn't worry about it. So here, Kimatra Chitram, Yangalai Polihal Ipasurathi Chollilandro Achariyama. Yangalai Polihal, that is duplicates. Duplicates will understand this as wonder. Duplicate in the sense, those who act as though they are good people will feel it as miracle, wonder, surprise. Devarir ippadi aruli cheyda vidathu. So engalai polihal is what we call those who cannot understand, pseudo devotees, that way. Then after reading all the verses, namely the words of Rama, Achariyam, they will be surprised. But we are now good devotees, says Sugriva says. So we will go to the next page. 149. So idil Achariyam undu. So there is no wonder about it. There is no surprise. Swabhavam endirukkum ittanai andu. So this is what we call the right way of looking at the subject, namely Abhaya Pradanam, especially to Vibhishana, as one's own nature. One's own nature. Rama is natural in his policy, and Sugriva has become now natural in his adoption of the policy. So Swabhavam endirukkum ittanai andu. That means the nature, the original nature of these three words, namely Dharmajnaha, Lokanathaha, and Sukavaha. these three words. Take these three words to understand that this is the nature. That is what we call protection of the surrenderer is the policy in the innate nature of a person knowing dharma, leader of the world, and one who gives happiness to others. So, பனையோடு பனை தத்தி திரிந்த எங்களாலே தேவரின் திருவுள்ளம் பற்றி இருக்கும் தர்மங்கள் எல்லாம் அறியப்போமோ. He says, பனையோடு, I think we must get the meaning from the notes. Generally, it means group. Kilai, he says. Panai is kilai. Kilai can be mean branch of a tree. Yeah. So, panayodu panai means we have been jumping from one branch to another. Our mind is restless. Our nature is jumping from one idea to another idea. So, yeah, like that's what Sugriva only says this. So, panayodu panai tatti tirinda. We have been hopping from one tree to another tree. Tatti, hop. And panayodu panai from one branch to another. Meaning, our minds are wavery in nature. We have been following our policy of species. Our nature belongs to our species. And therefore, we could not understand what all you said earlier. So, Devari Thiruvullam Patti Irukum, what Rama has as intention. So, Dharmangalellam, all the principles, Ariyapomo, can we know? Can we understand? Already Rama said this. So, Sukshmaha Paramadurjneyaha Satam Dharmaha Plavangama. Already these words are from Rama's mouth. And he said, it is subtle, Sukshmaha. It is subtle to understand. Hey Sugriva, oh Sugriva, you are right. You are not able to understand because it is subtle. Paramadurjneyaha. It is impossible to understand. It is subtle and it is highly impossible to understand. Parama is highly. Durjneyaha. Wrongly I am understood also. It can be misunderstood also. So it's very difficult to understand. Here it is difficult to understand. Very, very difficult. No, not two times very, sorry. Very difficult to understand. Who? What is to be understood? Satam Dharma. The duty, the behavior, the justice, the righteousness, the dealing with the idea, dealing with the topic, all of the good people, Satam, Sukshmaha, subtle. Plavangama, oh monkey, this what we call the righteousness of the good people cannot be understood very easily because it is subtle. என்று அருளச் செய்த தேவரீருக்கே என்றோ தர்மத்தின் உண்மை தெரியும். Now again he goes on pulling strings with Rama and he says, oh Rama, so you only know the truth, real truth of righteousness. So you only said this. And Lokanatha, உடமை அழியாதபடி ரட்சிக்கை உடையவனுக்கு ஏற்றம் அல்லாமையாலே சரணாகதனை அச்சம் தவிர்த்து ரட்சித்தீர். Now he says, Lokanatha, that means all the worlds have been protected by you, are being protected by you. Therefore, உடமை அழியாதபடி. Nobody should go to ruin because the property owner is Rama, the property is Vibhishana. So, உடமை அழியாதபடி. Again, I remind ourselves that Ravana also is the property. Ravana is the home god, house watchman. He must also be protected. So, உடமை அழியாதபடி. Without getting destroyed, without getting the property destroyed, Rakshike udevanukku etram allamayale, so there will be infamy of the protector. So if the protector does not protect the property, then he will not be popular, famous. He will not get name and fame. So that is not good for on the part of the protector. So Sharanagatanai, namely surrenderer, namely Vibhishana, Acham Tavit, you removed his fear. Acham Tavit, you removed his fear. Rakshitir, you have made a decision to protect him. So Engale Apacharam Tavit Rakshitir. You also saved us, saved our face, that we will not do further any error. We will not commit any mistake in future, so that you also avoided in making us doing right things. I mean, avoided that we will not do mistakes again. Sukhavaha, we see Vibhishanarman Devarirku adimai seyyapera, நாங்கள் அவனுக்கு அடிமை செய்யப்பெற இரண்டு வர்க்கத்தையும் கிருத்தார்த்தராக்கினீர். O Rama, you have made both of us fortunate, lucky. So we have achieved our purpose. Sugriva says this. Sugriva says to Rama that you saved me earlier. Now along with Vibhishana, you are saving me again. So Vibhishanarvan, Devarirku adimai seyyapera, Vibhishanarvan has come to serve you, and நாங்கள் அவனுக்கு அடிமை செய்யப்பெற. Now we are ready to, as monkeys, we are ready to serve him. So இரண்டு வர்க்கத்தையும், both the parties, கிருத்தார்த்தனாக்கினீர். You have made us lucky. You have made us achieve our purpose. So Sattvavan, இதற்கு முன் கண்டறியாத சரணாகதன் பக்கல் ஒரு தலையாக பரிவர்ஷ். I think it goes further. The page 149. Yeah, page 149. What is the last part? All right. Now, so இதற்கு முன் கண்டறியாத சரணாகதன் பக்கல் ஒரு தலையாக பரிவர் சொன்ன உபபத்திகளுக்கும் நிர்பந்தங்களுக்கும் இளையாத விவசாயத்தில் திண்மை இருந்தபடி என். Now he looks askance at Rama. Sugriva looks askance at Rama. That is, he is surprised to see Rama. How? So Sattvavan, man having spiritual strength, inner strength. So இதற்கு முன் கண்டறியாத சரணாகதன் பக்கல். All of us have not met Vibhishana, especially you didn't meet Vibhishana earlier. இதற்கு முன் கண்டறியாத. Vibhishana's character is not known. Vibhishana's personality was not seen. So கண்டறியாத சரணாகதன் பக்கல். He is called now only surrenderer. No name need to be given also. So Vibhishanarvan was not known earlier. Vibhishanarvan was not seen earlier. So Sharanagadan Pakkal, in the matter of Vibhishana, Oru Talayaha. So all the monkeys joined together and said no, Vibhishana should not be accepted. Oru Talayaha. So the argument of the monkeys was in unison. It was a single opinion of all the monkeys, of course, except Hanuman. So Parivar Sanna, because all the monkeys are interested in you, they are affectionate towards you, O Rama. So Parivar Sanna, because they have affection towards you, they all said Vibhishana should not be accepted in one tone. They said it in one tone. Urutalaya. Then Upapattigalukkum, Nirbandhangalukkum, Ilayada. They put forth their arguments. Upapatti. Upapatti means yukti. Yukti means strategy. Upaya. or rather argument with intelligence. So Upapatti is intelligent argument. Nirbandhangalakkum. They also compelled you. All the monkeys compelled you in what we call without mincing words. They were very clear about their opinion. But the opinion was wrong. But they were clear about the bad stand that they had. So the Nirbandhangalakkum, they compelled Rama not to accept Vibhishana. So both of them were dismissed. Ilayada. So though their opinions were not considered seriously, they were not dismissed altogether. Rama said to Sugriva, through Sugriva, all other monkeys, as a leader, what all you said is right, but I don't agree. That's the attitude of Rama. So Ilayada Vyavasayatil. So the arguments and ideas, opinions of the monkeys did not water down your policy, your decision. Did not dilute your contention. So Ilayada Vyavasayatil. Vyavasayam is effort, tirmanam. That is a decision. Vyavasayaha meaning great effort. And Trinmai irundabadiyan. How did you be firm? How could you be firm in your attitude? Trinmai irundabadiyan. Now this is the surprise of Sugriva. With all arguments and opinions, ideas against acceptance of Vibhishana, how could you withstand all this attack and then finally consider your own decision? How did you do it? How could you overcome all these arguments? Because Satpate Sthita. Because you are on the right path. So we will take up the Abhaya Pradana Saram, page 150. Still we are not clear about how Brihaspati, Raghu. Of course, Raghu, in the case of Raghu, I can of course quote an incident where all of us may know from Raghuvamsha, Mahakavya. Kautsa Maharishi came and asked for money to pay his Guru Dakshina, and Raghu condescended. Raghu agreed and gave 14 crores of gold coins. So I think that must be the incident referred to here. That means protecting the surrenderer. So whenever somebody seeks help, the help must be extended. That's what Raghu did. So Brihaspati, we do not know how Devaguru, the teacher of the gods, helped. But Shibi, we know that he favored the pigeon. Then Vanara, Kapota, we know. Vasishta, of course, gave a title to Vishwamitra. Vishwamitra fought with him, but later on, Vasishta agreed that he was a Brahma Rishi. So we say in Tamil, Vasittar Vayala Brahma Rishi Pattam. So Vishwamitra tried all his efforts, physically fighting and performing penance. So Vishwamitra saved Shunashepa. That we saw. With that, so he sacrificed his son for the sake of protecting Shunashepa. This story comes in Balakandam of Ramayana. Vishwamitra himself says to Rama what he did. So these are all some examples of Abhaya Pradanam.
Ramanuja Dayapatram Jnana Vairagya Bhushanam Srimat Venkatanathāryam Vande Vedanta Deshikam Kavitarkika Simhaya Kalyana Gunashaline Srimate Venkateshaya Vedanta Gurave Namaha. Vadidvipa Shiror Bhanga பஞ்சானன பராக்கிரமः ஸ்ரீமான் வெங்கடநாதார்ய ஸ்திரம் விஜயதாம்புவி. சீரொன்று தூப்புல் திருவேங்கடமுடையான் பாரொன்றச் சொன்ன பழமொழியில் ஓரொன்று தானே அமையாதோ தாரணியில் வாழ்வார்க்கு வானேர கோமளமும் வாழ்வு.
ராமானுஜதயா பாத்திரம் ஞான வைராக்ய பூஷணம் ஸ்ரீமத்வேங்கடநாதார்யம் வந்தே வேதாந்த தேசிகம். கவிதார்க்கிக சிம்ஹாய கல்யாண குணசாலினே ஸ்ரீமதே வெங்கடேஷாய வேதாந்த குரவே நமஹ. சீரொன்று தூப்புல் திருவேங்கடமுடையான் பாரொன்றச் சொன்ன பழமொழியுள் ஓரொன்று தானே அமையாதோ தாரணியில் வாழ்வார்க்கு வானேரப் போமளவும் வாழ்வு.
ஓம் நமோ நாராயணாய. ஓம் நமோ